Hi everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and I have another box in my holiday series. This time I'm doing a Christmas box. I'm going to skip around a little bit. I've been still doing some Thanksgiving things, some Halloween, but I really wanted to use this paper, so I'm going to share this Christmas one, and I have so much Christmas stuff to share, so I may just be on a Christmas roll. So anyway, this is the box that I'm sharing. It has a magnetic closure and it opens like that. And you can stick your favorite treats or even a little gift in here. It's a pretty good sized box. So this is what I'm sharing today, and I love this paper and the stamp set. This is my favorite in the catalog this year because it's real retro, and if you love that retro look, you're going to love this one. I'm going to show you the paper because this stack of paper is called Home for Christmas, and that's exactly what it reminds me of. Look at this paper. And when I did the holiday catalog tour, I showed you this and I told you it was one of my favorites. But look at this paper. Look at those poinsettias or poinsettias, however you call it. But look at the little houses. This is very retro. And the holly, and look at these deer. I love that deer. You know I'm going to cut some of them out and use them too. And that's what I did with the Santa. I cut one of them out from this paper, but look at the snowflakes and the candy stripe. I love that. Look at these bulbs. And then the music sheet. And look at how pretty this is. Love that. That's mistletoe. But look at this paper is just awesome. This is really, really my favorite out of the holiday catalog. So this is what I'm using today. And then here's the coordinating stamp set, which is Cozy Christmas. And you can see the stamps coordinate really nicely with it. The little house and the bells and the sentiments really coordinate great. So let's get started. And the first thing that you're going to need is a piece of real red, and that's what I'm using for this box, and it's 11 3/4 by 6. In fact, this is still 12 because originally I left it at 12, but I just still need to cut off the end. And so, but your sheet will be 11 3/4 by 6. And then you're going to need a piece of scrap pool party. And I'm using one of our doilies, and I just cut it in half. And then also I'm using our deco labels framelits, and this is the third from the center that I'm using. That's the background for the stamped image. And then let's see, you will need a 2.5 inch circle punch, and of course the designer series paper, and a little bit of ribbon. And the ribbon is our new striped ribbon, and you get both of these in one pack, so it's a really good buy. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the end off of here because it needs to be 11 3/4, and I forgot to do that before I turned the camera on. So that is it. Okay, so let's go ahead and score the 11 3/4 side, and we're going to score it at 3 1/4, at 4 1/4, at 7 1/2, and at 8 1/2. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score it at 1 and at 5. Okay, so that is it for our scoring. And this box goes together really quickly, and it's a pretty easy box. So what you're going to do first is you are going to just cut one side. It doesn't matter what side. You're going to just cut this rectangle right here off. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So this is our flap part. And then we're going to cut into here. I like to cut a little slit out. And then we're going to cut up each one of these. Just helps it to fold up better. In fact, I'm going to cut a little bit more off that side. And then we'll do the same on this side. And actually on this top piece, let me see, which way did I cut that? Because you want it to fold in. The reason I'm leaving these flaps is so your candy does not fall out of the sides. And I like that it closes up there, so we're going to cut this up here to that corner, and then this one also to that corner. So that is going to be your top flap part. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to sharpen all our score marks. Okay, so we're going to mat the top. I'm going to go ahead and mat it first. And this is also a piece from the Designer Series paper. See, the other side's got those real retro trees on it. I love that too. And this piece is 3 3/4 by 3. And I'm using the snowy side. And I'm going to grab my, because I don't want to get glue all over my top. And I'm using the fast fuse. And I actually decorated the whole thing before I put it together. It just seemed a little bit easier. So let me grab my doily here. And I'm going to use my Tombow for the doily. There we go. So I just put it, because I want the little ends of the doily to stick down. Okay, so we're going to put our doily on. So just bring it to the end there. And if you like wrapping the ribbon underneath this piece, you can do that before you mat it, but I'm just cutting a piece the size that will go end to end here. And then I'm going to use the Tombow to glue it on. Use my ribbon scissors here. And the Tombow also helps these little ends from fraying, so I always put it right on the end. Let's do it on here. So that's that. And I already cut my little framelit out, the Deco art framelit. And this 2.5, let me grab a piece of Pool Party, and I'm going to punch the 2.5 inch circle out. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on that. Usually I'll just go ahead and stamp it first. And I'm using chocolate chip because I think the brown looks more retro than like if you have a stark black on it. So I'm going to stamp that. Isn't that pretty? Love the stamps. I know, I love them all. They're so pretty though. Okay, so let me grab some of my dimensionals. And I'm going to put those on the back here. I'll move this out of the way now because I And then we'll just set this on here. It fits on that circle part perfectly. And then I'm going to grab a couple more dimensionals for the back. And I'm not afraid to use dimensionals. I like when it stands up evenly. If you're going to make something, take the time to do it right. So we're going to put that on top there. Let's see, get that centered. And then I already cut him out from that Santa paper. So this is that paper, and you can see you can put it either way. You can cut. I'm not going to waste any of these Santas. I love them. And so I just cut him out, fussy cut him. And I'm going to use another dimensional to put him on. And it doesn't take that much time to cut him out either. It's very simple. And then I used one of our new buttons, and these are Home for Christmas buttons, and this also coordinates with the paper, and I'm using the star. I'm just going to put a glue dot on there. And then after I put this on, I just wanted a little bit extra. I wanted it to cover actually the little holes that were in there. So I grabbed a rhinestone, one of our larger ones, and just set that in the center. It's really cute. And then we're ready to put the box together. So what you're going to do is you're going to use some tear and tape. Make sure you use really good heavy duty tape on this. It really makes a big difference when you are giving it as a gift or a little favor treat box. You don't want it to fall apart. And you took all the time. Make sure you use some good double-sided adhesive. And this tear and tape is very strong. So and you only need those on there. And I always have a hard time getting the backing off, so let me. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to just tuck this end in, pull it up, and always make it go the front to the back because you want it to be really neat looking from the front. And you're just going to pull that up and line up your edges like that. Do the same on this side. And that is it. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the magnets that I use for this. So isn't that cute? The magnets that I'm using I got off of Amazon, and they're these basic gray magnetic discs. They're super thin, and these work perfect for the little boxes like this. And if you make a lot of boxes, you're going to really want some of these. They're great. So let me peel the back off of this. And they just have self-adhesive on it, so they're super easy to use. So I'll just peel the adhesive off of this one side. And this is how I do it. You can do it however you like, but I just center that, put it on one side there. And I press that down really good. And then there's a positive and a negative. So this is the negative, and I just attach it there and then pull this other one off. And then I line up the edges. And I'll press it down where that magnet is. And then you can lift it right back up. And then I just squeeze that down to make sure it's down really good. But look how quick and easy. Okay, so that's the project today. I hope you enjoyed it. Here's the other one. Aren't those adorable? And I mean, you could put a little gift in these. They're so cute. So if you need any supplies for this project, you can go to my blog at stampingwiththemore.com. As usual, you can shop right from my blog. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and everyone have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.